Children's natural desires lie primarily in the realm of sensation. New things to look at or new sounds to hear, especially when they involve the spectacle of action of a violent sort, will always divert the attention from abstract conceptions of objects verbally taken in. The grimace that one student makes, the spitballs that another is ready to throw, the dogfighting in the street, or the ringing of distant fire engine, these are the rivals with which the powers of the teacher to be interesting have to cope incessantly. The child will always be more concerned in what a teacher is than what the same teacher is doing saying. The children are relaxed and attentive during experiments or when the teacher is drawing on the blackboard. Plants in the rainforest grow very close together and contend with the constant threat of insect predators. They have adapted by making chemicals that researchers have found useful as medicines. Bioprospecting, or going into the rainforest in search of plants that can be used in foods, cosmetics, and medicines, has become big business during the past decade, and the amount that native communities are compensated for this varies from almost nothing to a share in later profits. Many diseases cause a decrease in muscle mass, and this tendency is called atrophy. Cancer and AIDS induce a body-wasting syndrome notable in atrophy-afflicted patients. Congestive heart disease and liver disease also result in atrophy. During aging, there is a gradual decrease in the ability to maintain skeletal muscle function and mass. Often, structural defects in the muscle are caused by inflammatory reactions of the body system. Chinese culture is the growth of two aspects. Each individual must preserve and maintain their morality and integrity in the community. The personal prestige, honor, and success of the individual come later. Loss of face can incapacitate a Chinese individual as a member of his community. No wonder conflict theories and dispute settlement strategies are widely different from the Western equivalents. In his famous essay, Hero as a Man of Letters, Carlyle has eulogized Rousseau, who devoted his life to transform society by his revolutionary ideas. Carlyle contends that no one can forget the contribution of Rousseau, who gave the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity to the world. Rousseau made serious efforts to free French people from the quagmire of conventionality and dogmatism. In the turmoil following the initial bombing of the World Trade Center on February 26, 1993, few noticed that the first man arrested, Mohammed Salameh, the poor, unemployed, and illegal immigrant, offered $5 million for bail. Where could he possibly get this kind of money? The judge refused bail, but was the source of Salameh's offer the same as that which funded the 8 men, arrested shortly afterwards, who had planned to blow up Manhattan's tunnels and bridges and assassinate public officials? Were the same money sources behind the final attack on the World Trade Center on September 11? The Sydney Opera House is not strictly for opera. It's a multi-venue facility which incorporates and supports a huge variety of activities within it. Within the building is a concert hall, opera and drama theaters, a playhouse, and a recording studio. Many mainstream acts are headlined here. Local and less established artists have also held concerts and other exhibitions. The Sydney Opera House is set up to serve the needs of the people of Australia in promoting arts and entertainment, and is truly a national cultural centre. Einstein is the most celebrated physicist of the 20th century, but he also has not been away from controversies. He has been blamed for the propagation of atomic theory that led to the development of the atomic bomb. His biographer, Mr. Clark, however, sides with the scientist and proclaims that although Einstein was responsible for the development of the theory, but he should not be held liable for the development and eventual misuse of the atomic bomb. In 1905, Einstein made an interesting discovery where he found that a large amount of energy can be released from a small mass of matter, as he expressed this by his theory of relativity, E equals mc squared. The developers of the bomb would subsequently exploit this principle. The pellets are typically very harsh, especially if they are left in the sun for several days. We typically start by keeping all of them with the addition of a little moisture to soften them up. We next pull them afar under a microscope. Everything is all scrunched up, but we're looking for the wings, and it is the wings which are used for clarification. Once we find the wings, we pull and straighten them in order to take our identification. These plants are climbers and are rooted in the soil. They have unique leaves that form a pitcher, complete with a lid. These pitchers are filled with sweet or sour-smelling nectar, which serves to attract insects, especially ants and flies. These insects will loose their grip on the smooth and slippery sides within the pitcher of the leaves and fall into the center, which is filled with liquid. Downgrade pointing hair, inside the pitcher, trap and prevent these insects from escaping. The victor serves as a digestive juice, which breaks down the insects and provides the plant with nutrients.